it's our great pleasure to present this year's Lifetime Achievement Award to Mr. Hidetaka Miyazaki-san.
FromSoftware is well known for being the company that spawned a new genre in the last decade. With the release of Demon Souls, I think they had no idea they were about to revolutionize the whole industry, and release multiple excellent titles, such as Bloodborne, Elden Ring, the Dark Souls franchise, Sekiro, and also pave the way for all the Souls-like games that started flooding the market after their success. But excellency takes time, practice, and many failures. What if I told you FromSoftware released one game with a critic score so low it could compete against a hybrid abomination made from mixing Right to Hell Retribution, Golem, and Eminem's kart racing? I'm talking about Tenchu, The Dark Secret. The Tenchu franchise has always been a hit-or-miss situation for FromSoftware. Whenever they released a game, it feels like fans would enjoy it, but critics wouldn't, or the other way around. But in the situation of Tenchu, The Dark Secret, a miracle happened. There was a mutual agreement between both parties. I've played this game from beginning to end in a 3.5-hour session to get a first-hand feel of what it is like to play a garbage game developed by Polygon Games, but also published under the wing of a competent developer such as FromSoftware. And here's my reaction after finishing it.
I still don't get what's restoration. It's like saving the artisans and the villagers. It's just so tiring, man. Like this, it's always the same. One dumb asshole goes into the woods and twists his or her ankle, and suddenly they are captives. They are hostages of the thieves and the bandits. So you have to go there, kill everyone in the level to rescue them. Do that 10, 20, 30 times. No, it's too much. It's too much. Fuck restoration. Fuck this game. Fuck everything. I'm done.
Let's see what led me to lash out at the game like this. 2006 was a great year for gaming. We had The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, Gears of War, Bully, MK Armageddon, and a personal favorite of my childhood, Black. An FPS that was years ahead of its time. With all of this going on for PlayStation and Xbox, there was no way someone would choose to play on a restricted hardware such as the Nintendo DS, unless you were going for games like Mario and Pokemon. The Dark Secret was an exclusive to the DS because, in spite of not being an incredibly successful franchise, Tenchu had many fans who enjoys the third-person stealth approach. So, they decided to release one only available in the DS, perhaps as a move to increase the sales of the console. I can't assure you, because I've searched everywhere for the number of sales of this game, but they're as hidden as a needle in a haystack. And this shows how unsuccessful this project was. With the reception it had, and the lack of sales information online, I would be surprised if they turned a profit from it. And why would I be? Because the game is horrible. The story is pathetic. Two ninjas, Rikimaru and Ayame, witness a princess get shot by an arrow. They help her by defeating the enemies around the area and healing her. Soon, you discover she was there because she was running away from her husband, the leader of a clan who went too deep into demonic rituals and gory stuff, and she had had enough of it. Later, you discover that the princess was being used as a vessel by her husband to bring back the Lord of the Dead. That's the great twist of the story, going from fighting thieves, ninjas, and samurais to ghouls and the Lord of Darkness himself. After many failed attempts of capturing her, he finally gets her back and proceeds with the ritual. In a final mission, we break into the castle where everything is going down. We deal with her possessed husband and defeat the Lord of the Dead who is using her body in the final boss fight of the game. I'm not even joking, that's the whole story, which is spaced out within 4 hours or so of game time. The main characters are so bland, their personality is pretty much Rikimaru says something edgy like, "We are ninjas, we obey, but we should start wondering what's good or evil." And Ayame goes like, "Yeah, you're totally right, Ricky, let's kick their asses." The enemies are nothing more than your average villainous dudes who laugh maniacally at every opportunity they get.
How many mwahahas do you need to prove yourself a villain? It's starting to reach that cringe point, like mwahaha, mwahaha.
And the execution of the bonds they try to develop is rancid at best. Like, this woman spends 90% of her screen time resting, recovering from her wounds. Yet, the main character tries to convey some feeling of incredible pain when she says she wants him to kill her. Something that we, the players, won't have any problem doing because this is no German. She wasn't a mentor or even a friend, just a princess who was having a very rough time, which we ended up rescuing. And yeah, the closest thing to a morally great character is Kurokaze, a character that goes like, "I'm evil because my master is evil. Fight me, dude."
2 seconds later.
Ah, now I understand everything. The way you planted that bomb on the floor and waited for me to step on it and die made me realize we're not who our masters are. Here, take this incredible useful item. Now I'm dead. If you thought this was bad, you have to check out the gameplay and the graphics. First of all, let's check the graphics caliber of some other games released for the Nintendo DS that same year. New Super Mario Bros. Looking bright, clean, strong color palette and beautiful models for the time. Castlevania Portrait of Ruin, nice pixel art. It actually enhances the experience. I wouldn't have Metroidvanias with detailed textures and colorful like a Mario. Resident Evil Deadly Silence, classic RE graphic style, which for me upscales many horror game experiences. All of these have their own signature art style that just by having a quick glance at the game, you can already tell the genre they belong to, and quite possibly the very title of the game. However, can you tell me what the fuck is going on here? I would be very grateful to know if I've developed an eye condition while suffering through this last year of college project of a game, or if it really looks that bad. Look at those trees, brother! Game Polygon was out there making references to their company by adding literal cubic polygons in the game, and slapping a tree texture on top of it. Look, I know graphics don't matter when the gameplay loop is entertaining, but there's one thing I have to tell you. One day I was lost, and while walking around the city, I asked a worker full of dirt where I was. To what he replied, "Tenchu Dark Secret." And that's the moment I knew I was at the garbage disposal facilities. You have a menu where you can buy items from the shop, craft your own items if you find the right materials, start the missions, and even trade items with other players online, which I think was already an obsolete feature day one of release because the 3 people playing the game had different playing schedules due to their time zones. I of course couldn't use it because emulator. Going back to the items, they are
pointless.
because the enemies in this game are so utterly blind and deaf that you don't even need to distract them or use a bear trap to keep them stuck because you can bump shoulders with them or swing your sword 1 pixel away from them, but they will neither see you nor hear you. Why should I bother to learn the patrol routes to lay down some traps when I can just sprint at them and hit their back for an insta-kill? Oh, but the developers realized that this was too easy, so what did? They increased the HP of the enemies so they don't die in 1 hit from stealth anymore. And check this out. Every time you get spotted, they call for a backup. So every encounter from mid-game to late game goes like this. A. You hit them, leave them at 1/3 of their HP, they call their bodyguard, and you got yourself a 1v2 fight. B. You stealth hit them, and keep pressuring them with hits while interrupting their call for backup. Now tell me, what do you prefer? Fight an AI that won't defend itself because it's too stupid to do anything else other than blowing their whistle, or let them spot you and have a 1v2 in a game with terrible fighting mechanics? There's 1 input for 1 single attack animation and 1 for blocking. That's it. Literally. That's all you can do. No wonder people just cheese NPCs and bosses alike with bombs and spikes all the time. They allow you to skip the most tedious part of the game, which is the combat.
I'm tired of this shit. This game sucks. This game is too bad.
Guys, I really tried to find something worth my time here. I was desperately trying to tell myself that playing this game had some sort of hidden reward, or I don't know, something that I had learned from it. But the hard truth is, there's nada. Nothing. Zip. The soundtrack is decent at best, but it gets very repetitive because you always hear the same themes playing all the time. For missions that require you to do the same thing you've been doing for the last 3 hours, in maps that are identical to each other. And I'm not exaggerating, regardless of what the mission asks you to do, be it protect the border from enemies or go around finishing them all, or save a hostage from them, some maps are the exact same. There are like 4 types of missions in this game. 1. Kill every enemy in the level. They are as entertaining as they sound. You search for every enemy, finish them all, and it's cleared. 2. Protect the border. This is pretty much a Donald Trump simulator. You spawn next to a position you're supposed to protect, and you can't let the enemies cross that line. 2 out of 10, it needed some wall building. The concept of this mission beats any logical thinking because I could just stand around and wait for them to come at me. This way I make sure this area is secured. But the AI is so pathetic, you have to go out to the far edge of the map, compromising the position you have to protect, because if you wait for them there, they will take 15 minutes to arrive in a mission that can be finished in 2 minutes if you just hunt down everyone. 3. Save the hostage. Every now and then a dumb fuck from your village will go for a walk in the woods during wartime. Make it make sense. Twist their ankle, which will make them unable to move, and you'll have to go there and save them. Sometimes you can just beeline all the way there without killing anyone, and other times the game will require that you kill everyone because otherwise these would be over in less than 50 seconds. 4. Kill the leader, which is pretty much the same as number 1. You can just finish everyone off or just find the leader, deal with him, and you'll instantly get mission complete even though all the bandits, thugs, and samurais are still alive. Everything gets so bad, so repetitive to a point that you start finding entertainment from other sources, like defying the game's logic or trying to voice act the script that feels like it was written by the 10-year-old son of the developer.
And one thing's for sure, we won't let Hakaku get his crazy hands on you. I swear that the dialogue is so... I don't know, it's kind of cheesy,
Even the boss fights are just a waste of time. They have no satisfaction whatsoever. The only tough nut to crack comes in the very final mission of the game, where you have to beat 2 bosses back to back. And again, the developers were very aware of their shortcomings. I bet my left hand that they knew how cheesable their bosses were by using spikes or bombs. Like, plant one, wait behind it, and they will run towards it almost every time. So guess what? They made the last boss levitate! Which also means immune to bombs, spikes, and any other type of grounded traps. Summarizing, this was a game that no one asked for, and it got the reception it deserved. Tenchu Dark Secret is a ninja title that doesn't play effectively with stealth, and doesn't have entertaining combat mechanics that go beyond 3 button presses. For those reasons, 3 out of 10 was actually above my expectations. I would have given it a 2 in my most generous day. Thank you for making it to the end of this video, comrades. Subscribe if you enjoyed the content. And also, I have these 2 ideas, but I can't decide myself, so I'll leave it to you. Let me know in the comments if you prefer what's the worst boss in every FromSoftware game, or plain Bloodborne, but the area order makes no sense. Take care. Bye.